So today we're talking about soils, and I thought I would show you this. This is a soil profile from here on campus. What we did was we went and took a soil sample and we brought it up and laid it out in a tray. It's about 8 feet long. When we brought it up, this is what it looked like. It was like a super long cylinder. And so this is the end here. So it's about 8 feet long. So the top half of it we flattened out and put into a tray. And what do you notice about this? Well, as you move along, you notice for one thing that it changes colors. Okay, see how it starts out kind of dark, and then down here we can even see some plant material. Okay, there's a little bit of plant material in there. And then we move down and it gets very compacted. And then we get this really, really dark, deep color of soil. And then we come to an area that's a little bit lighter brown. And then we start to get to this area that's a really almost a yellowy brown. And as it continues down, it gets a little bit lighter and a little bit lighter. And then it continues on. And if we were to open these up and put them in the trays, it would look just like this. This would be a light yellowish brown color. And this is our soil profile here on campus. So when we talk about soil profiles, we're talking about A horizons and O horizons and B horizons and all of that kind of thing. We don't have all of the horizons in this sample because our bedrock goes down so far that this is not gonna reach it. Our bedrock is 500 feet down, so we're not gonna reach it. But what we do have is a very, very good history of what went on here on this campus. So the top, this is disturbed soil, and there's some plant material in it. The campus used to be a farm, and this was taken from an area that was not under construction. So we just planted some grass seed there because the soil was pretty poor and it just needed to be enriched. So we planted some plants. And that's where we took our soil sample from, was the plant area. So the top, this would be our O horizon right here. This is the O horizon where our organic matter is. And then we have our topsoil. And our topsoil here in Illinois is very, very deep. But you can see this topsoil, we get down to here and it starts to get compacted. It's really compacted. And that is from farming practices, from discs and blades going through it and turning all of this over. What happens is all of the nutrients from this area have been withdrawn by the plants. So years and years of farming have taken all the nutrients out of this part of the soil. So when we get down here, this is about 12 inches down, begins this area that's very, very dark. And this area that's very dark, that still has a lot of nutrients left in it. And that's still topsoil. That's the bottom part of our topsoil. This is what our topsoil used to look. It's very, very dark and it's very, very nutrient rich. This is tired soil that has been farmed and farmed and farmed and has not been re-enriched. Then below that we get the alluviated layer. And the alluviated layer, you can see it has some nutrients that have washed down into it from the rain. So we have a few nutrients here, but it's where nutrients get washed down into the soil, into the closer soil. And then as we move down here in Illinois, most of our soil comes from glaciers. This is basically Canada. This was all brought here, and as we move down, this is all glacial till, and that's why it's this funny brownish yellowish color. This is Canada that was brought down by glaciers and was dumped here, and it filled up all of Illinois, and that's why Illinois is so flat. It's not that it was originally flat, it was filled in, and it was filled in by Canada, courtesy of the last glacial ice age. This is all glacial till, and the glacial till goes down for hundreds of feet here in Illinois. And then underneath that, we get rock and bedrock. Okay, so we are only seeing a small part of our soil horizon here. And this is different for different climates and for different areas. If this was a rainforest, this part up here, maybe the first inch or two would be very dark, because that's the horizon where all the leaf litter is. And then we would not have hardly any topsoil, and then we'd have alluviated soil, and then the rest would be nutrient less. Most in the rainforest, most of the nutrients are within the top few inches. There is nothing below that. Here, because of our prairies, our deep prairies give us a nice deep topsoil, so that our total topsoil that goes to about here is about 2 feet. In many parts of the prairie, topsoil will go down 5 feet. If it has not been disturbed or eroded, we can have 5 feet of topsoil. Okay, so it depends on what's going on in your ecosystem as to how your soils are made and what your profile looks like. Okay, so this is our profile on campus. So you can see it goes down and then it becomes glacial till, and then glacial till for hundreds of feet down until we get to bedrock. Okay, there's our profile. Isn't that cool? All right, bye.